Hello, it's me, Tech Bausolo, and I'm going to do the first chapter of book 12 about the conquest, and it's about the omens that happened before the coming of the Spaniards. One thing I would say, based on my reading, you can tell that the locals had a big influence on this, because it has a little bias, even on the beliefs of the Mexicans and everything here. But I will read it. First chapter, in which is told how there appeared, how there were seen the signs, the omens of the evil before the Spaniards have come here to this land, before they were known to the natives here. And then 10 years before the Spaniards arrived here, an omen of evil first appeared in the heavens. It was like a tongue of fire, like a flame, like the light of dawn. It looked as if it was showering sparks, as if it stood piercing the heavens. It was wide at the base. It was pointed at the head. To the very midst of the sky, to the very heart of the heavens, it stood, reaching to the very midpoint of the skies, and stood stretching as it was seen. Oh, and then one thing about when they kind of switch back and forth from heaven and skies, it's the same word in Ilhuilcat. Ilhuilcat. So even though in the English, the way I read, it says you hear skies and heavens, it's the same word for both of them in that one. Anyway, it was there to the east when it thus came forth at midnight. It looked as if day has dawned, day has broken. Later the sun destroyed it when he arose, and for a full year the sign came forth. It was in the year 12 house that it began. And when it appeared, there was shouting, there was striking to the palm of the hand against the mouth. There was fear, there was inactivity. A second evil omen came to pass in Mexico. It says Mexico in the Nahuatl text. Quite of its own accord, the house of the demon Huitzilopochtli, which in the Nahuatl text is Diablo. It says Diablo. I can show you. Diablo. Let's see if you can see it. It flared greatly. No one has set fire to it onto itself and burst into flames. It was called Itepeyoc at the place called Tlacatecan. When the fire appeared, already the wooden pillars were burning. From them within emerged the flames, the tongue of the fire, the blaze. Steadily it ate all the house beams. Thereupon there was an outcry. The priest said, "Oh, Mexicas, hasten here." In the English text, instead of Mexicas, they have Mexicans. But if you look at the Nahuatl text, it's Mexica. Let the fire be put out. Bring the water jars. And when they cast water upon it, when they tried to put it out, all the more did it flare up. It could not be put out. It all burned. A third evil omen, a temple was struck by lightning. A thunderbolt struck it. It was only a straw hut, a place called Sonmulco, Chictecutli's temple. It was not raining hard, only drizzling. Thus it was considered an evil omen. So it was said it was a mere summer flash, nor was there a thunderclap. A fourth evil omen, there was yet sun when the comet fell. It became 3 parts. It began there in the west, and it traveled there to the east as if it showering glowing coals. For a great distance it was extending a tail. Far did its tail go reaching, and when it was seen, great was the outcry. It was as if the din of the shell shattered was overspread. A fifth evil omen, the lake water foamed up. The wind did not make it foam up. It was as if the water boiled up, as if it boiled up with a crackling sound. Very far did it go to it rose upward. It reached the base of the house, and it flooded. It crumbled the houses. This was a great lake which stretched about us here in Mexico. A sixth evil omen, often was heard a woman weeping, crying out. Loudly did she cry out at night. She walked about saying, "My beloved sons, now we are about to go." Sometimes she said, "My sons, whither am I to take you?" And the weird, interesting part, it has a very in the Nahuatl text, when it's talking about my sons, it is a very fancy way. Like if I read it, I might kind of distort it because it has a lot of doubles of everything. Okay, so it's nono pilwowan si sin. Okay, so it has two no's and si, and then the last part has the n. So it's like saying very, what's a good word? Like saying it in a very like personal, very like, hey, you're the greatest treasure I have type thing. So it's very interesting. Though in the English text, it doesn't express that. So that's one thing I wanted to bring up. A seventh evil sign, once when the water folk were hunting or snarling game, they caught an ashen bird like a brown crane. Then they went to the Tilinan Kalmekat to show it to Moctezuma. It was past noon, still early. On its head were a mirror, round, circular, as if it was pierced in the middle. So that mirror, the black mirror, is Tla Shioloni, the black mirror. And it's represented to Tezcatlipoca, which could pretty much be a troll at this point. There appeared the heavens, the stars, the fire drill constellation, which the fire drill constellation in Nahuatl is Mamalhuatzli. Yeah, it's Mamalhuatzli. Mamalhuatzli. And when he looked at the bird's head a second time, he saw a little beyond what was like people coming masked, coming as conquerors, coming girt in the war array. Deer bore them upon their backs. And when he summoned the soothsayer, the wise men, he said to them, "Do not know what I have seen there, like people coming masked." But when they were answered him, that which they looked at the vanished. They said nothing more. An eighth evil omen, often were discovered men, Tiso men, the word here they use in Nahuatl is Tlaka Netzolti, having two heads but only one body. They took them there to the Tilan Kalmanakat. There they showed them to Moctezuma. When he beheld them, then they vanished. Anyway, that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you have any suggestions, I can recommend leaving it in the comments. Anyway, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye.